Well, g'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now this is part 2 of the Lone Rider MotoCase unbox and install series that I've been doing. So if you're thinking about getting one of these bad boys for your motorcycle, you might want to stay tuned.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money.
Well, thanks for sticking around, guys. Now, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you'll know that I've had a long-standing relationship with Lone Rider. They've been sending me things to review and test for many years now, but it's only recently that I've actually joined the affiliate program. So I just wanted to disclose that before we get into this. And in fact, if you're interested in buying the box, you can actually use an affiliate link that I'll drop down in the description of the video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is open up the box and obviously flip back to part 1 of this series if you want to see the individual rundown. But we're going to need to open the box and grab the plate, and the plate's going to go on the back of the carrier on the GSA. All right, to do that, we'll put the box to one side and we'll take the seat off the bike just to give us a little bit more access. Don't go anywhere. Okay guys, with the motor case put to one side to give us a bit more room, we'll grab the bike keys and we'll take off the back seat. That'll give us a little bit more room to get in there. Okay, seat off. I always find these a little bit fiddly, harder to put back on than they are to take off. Okay, as you can see, by taking off the rear passenger seat, the pillion seat, it gives us a lot more access to get into here. Now, just to point out that each bike has a specific plate, so you must specify which bike you want the case for, so they send you the correct plate. Let's grab the plate and we'll just drop it into place. So this is exactly as it came from Lone Rider. I haven't done anything with this at all. The rear lock that locks the box to the plate is already installed, as is the front installation bracket. I haven't done anything with this at all. That's the way it came. Now, since I did part 1, I haven't actually looked at the install kit, so I wasn't sure what I was in for. Anyway, I dug out the stuff today to see what was involved, and I was surprised at just how easy it is. Basically, this is going to drop onto here, okay, locate through there, and then you've got another piece that matches that identically. That is going to slot under there, okay, and then they send you, we'll find the guys over here, they send you 2 of these, okay, so you've got a socket head screw, that's what that's called. I'm an engineer, okay, it's not a bolt, it's a socket head screw, okay, so that goes through there, and then they send you a nylock nut which goes on the underneath. I actually would have appreciated a washer, even though it's got a nylock on. You don't technically need one, but I think it would have looked neater with a washer underneath. So that's going to go under there. You're going to need, I think it's a 13mm spanner.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
And strangely enough, the socket head screw seems to be Imperial. So I'm a bit old school. I've still got my Imperial stuff sticking around. So that goes through there, and then I'll just put this to one side, and then at the back you'll see these two screw holes. Okay, they actually take a countersink set screw. Okay, I know I'm going to get hatred. People are going to say they're nuts and bolts. They're nuts, but they're set screws. Okay, look it up. Okay, and I'll show you that. So they're the countersink screws, and there is a countersink hole front and rear that they sit in, and the reason they've done that is so that they're flush for when you put the box on the back. Now I have to say, you've got, what is it, a clamp. You've also got a little piece of rubber that goes on there just to protect the frame, and it'll actually bind up on that to stop it moving around. So you've got 4 set screws and 4 nuts, and you're done. It's that easy. So you could teach monkeys how to do that.
Right turn, Clyde.
Anyway, stay with me and I'll show you how this fits on the back. Okay, so as I said, we've got a rubber piece here that sits on there, and then we're going to take our adapter and sit that on the back there. Okay, so that holds itself loosely in position. Okay, nothing's moving around there, and it's pretty easy. It sort of centralizes itself. And then what we do is we'll get our set screws, drop them through. There's one. Where is the other one? The other one is here. I've got the nut there, and again it is nylock, so technically with a nylock you shouldn't really need to put thread locker on this. All right, and then they just drop underneath. We'll get our U-shaped clamp, and we'll drop that underneath there. Easier said than done. Just give me a second, guys. So we'll put them on put those on by hand. We're putting the back one on. Sorry, I'll move my banana fingers out of the way. And then we'll grab the front one. And we'll drop that on there. And we'll just finger tighten these. Okay, so that's sort of loosely held in position. Then we'll grab our front plate. Remember the front plate, and with the front plate, as I said, you get a socket head screw. All right, I know I'm going to get some feedback on these, but you know what, I'm trying to help you, so
help me help you. Help me help you. Help me help you.
okay, that goes on there. And yes, I really would have appreciated some washers. Let's move around here. Oh, I've missed the plate. I'm supposed to be an engineer. There you go. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. All right, let's grab the screw. Okay, then once we've got the back loosely positioned, we'll go ahead and we'll grab the plate, put the plate in. It's a little bit fiddly to get your fingers in here, especially if they're banana fingers like mine. Once we get a couple of threads on, it'll be fine. Okay, there she goes. So that's the first one on, and I've only got it tightened up to the nylock. Obviously we'll need some tools to push it any further. Okay, and again we'll finger tighten those up, and that sort of centralizes itself, and then we'll grab the tools and we might actually speed this bit up so it doesn't bore the crap out of you. So that side's, I'd call that, so this side here we've almost done up, but I haven't nipped it all the way up yet. Now it would, if I'd have been able to find my ratchet spanner here, we could have done this a lot quicker. Okay, so I'm not really using any measurements at all, I'm just eyeballing this and it seems to be fairly central. Might just back that off a little bit. That's looking good. I might go ahead and tighten that a little bit more now. Okay, so that's the front ones done. I haven't nipped them right up. There are no torque specifications, so I've got no idea what to tighten it to. There's an old saying where I'm from, you tighten it until you strip it and then back it off a turn.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Okay, now we'll go ahead and do the back ones. Now, there we go, I've just picked something up there. So the front ones, the fasteners are using Imperial. Okay, and I've only just discovered that. So luckily I've got, just give me a second off camera, I've got a set of metric. So there you go, you can see that the front are Imperial and the back are metric. I don't know why that has happened. You might want to look into that, Lone Rider. Okay, and we're just tightening that up. And we'll go ahead and do the back one. Okay, and that's the back one. So we've got the front and rear. Sorry, we'll have to go back to the Imperial. We'll just nip those up. And that's it. That's it. There you go. It's not going anywhere. That's nice and tight. I think we can pull this label off now. It's getting on my nerves. All right, gonna take a quick segue here because it's still hot in Adelaide, so it's easy a one beer job. Cooper's Real Ale. Okay, thanks for staying tuned. I hope that's giving you a bit of a thirst for a cold one. All right, so we've got the rack on the back there. What we'll do now is we'll grab the box and attempt to slide that on. Okay. Okay, so we're still rolling with the camera, just so we don't see it as being a setup. And what I want to do now is just drop this on and see how it fits. This is the first time Let me just adjust the camera. So please trust me, this is the first time I've attempted this, so I'm winging it here. I'm making it up as I'm going along. I think we'll keep that for the bloopers. Let's try again. I'm going to turn it over and see if I can see what's going on. Okay, so we've got the slots there and we've got the slots there. So, sorry, a lot of dust and fluff in my garage. Why is that not going in? So let's just try that again. So that drops down there nicely. Right, call me a dumb shit if you like, but none of this is rehearsed. The reason it's not going on, and I'll show you now. Okay, there's a little catch here. We'll pull that over, and there's your locking mechanism. So it was never going to go on because you'd never want it to come off with that lock. So let's now try dropping that on. And then what we'll do is give it a push forward. And I've seen Alex do this on the video. And then that should be in place. And then we should give the bike a bit of a tug. Why is that not going on? Don't go anywhere, guys. Right. Now I might have fast forwarded through some of that, but I haven't cut any of it out. So first time putting it on the box, and you can see actually Adelaide's quite warm, so I'm getting a bit of a sweat on. Where's that beer? So, lessons learned here. Excuse me a sec. Oh, lessons learned. Okay, you drop the box in, all right, and then you've got to sort of wiggle it back a little bit, give it a bit of a nudge. And then once you get it back far enough, the sliding or the spinning locking mechanism that I showed you, that helps to actually pull the box in and cinch it up. So now it's locked on, it won't go anywhere at all. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Remember at the start of the video I said you could teach monkeys to do this. Well, that came back to bite me in the arse, didn't it? But I think you'll agree that this is a genuine install. Okay, it's not I'm still independent. Yes, I'm affiliated now to Lone Rider. Show me the money! But you know, there's a few things on this box that I'm gonna say I've picked up. First off, I would have appreciated washers, even though you're installing nylocks. The second one is having a mixture of imperial and metric fasteners. So the front ones were imperial and the back ones were metric. And what I didn't mention was when I tried to tighten the rear of the rear set around the U-clamp, the metric one wouldn't actually bind all the way in the socket screw. So I've actually got a duff bolt, but I didn't, or set screw, but I didn't actually mention that. I just thought I'd keep running at the time with the video. So other things that spring to mind about the box, if you saw part one, the build quality is good. I mean, I know I've picked on a couple of small things there, and they are really small things, but the build quality is really fantastic. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. I got in touch with Lone Rider, and they've actually sent me some accessories to go on here. One of which is the bottle opener, which I might use for my cans of local brew. So you can actually accessorize this by putting, you know, the extra bags on the side. What I'm going to do is probably use this for carrying my drone, and I'm going to run power to it through a sealed hole through there, so I can charge up my drone batteries on the go. So I think that'll work well. There is a light, and I did put that in part one. I think I showed you how to install that, but really install it. It's Velcro with sticky back, double-sided, and you just stick it under the lid. The only other thing to talk about is the locking mechanism. So the great thing about this, if you've got a BMW, and only if you've got a BMW, they supply extra locks that you can actually code up to your key, so you just carry that one key. Now, I don't really see the point in walking you right through that when I can actually send you over to the Lone Rider site where Alex has got a full tutorial on that. So there's no point reinventing the wheel. I think it's a great box. I think I'm going to get a lot of value out of it. I don't know if I'm going to code up my keys. For now, I might just use the keys that come with it and maybe think about that down the line. What I do like about it is the compact size. I think this is the 42 litre. I don't need to put my helmet in here. If I'm worried about it, I'll either take it with me or I'll lock it to the bike somewhere that I already do. But it's pretty safe when you go to a cafe here in Australia. Having said that, if you're in an outback area, the last thing you want to do is get back to your bike and your helmet's gone. So all in all, I think it's a great value box. I'm gonna be honest with you now, guys. As I said at the start, Lone Rider have been supporting me for many years, and this was actually a freebie. Having said that, I think that you'll find that this is a non-biased review. Otherwise, I wouldn't have mentioned the problems with the set screws there. Yeah, it took me a little bit of dicking around to actually fit it in place, lock it in place, but that was totally unscripted, unrehearsed, and it's the first time I've actually fit the box on the bike, and I wanted to do that without a test run, so it took you through the proper experience. All in all, I think it's a great box. It's got a comfortable pad there, so when I take out my partner, hopefully she can relax on the back there. In the next few weeks, when the temperature drops down, because we've just had 40s for days and days here in Adelaide, when the temperature drops down, we'll take it on a bit of a test run. I'll take my partner Irma with me, and we'll get some nice footage of the Australian countryside. All right, I'm going to finish off that beer, and I'll say goodbye to you guys. I'm not going to beg for like and subscribe, so I think I'm past that on this channel now. You're either going to come along for the next one, or we'll say adios now. But anyway, thanks again for dropping by. As always, ride safe and have a great day, and in this case, cheers.